Here we are. I just finished editing the video for this, and I'm feeling productive, so let's go ahead and dig into the second PC that I found by the trash. Get this one unplugged. I've got a few special ideas for it, I think. It's another HP, and it's another cursed one. Oh. This is an HP DC 5700 micro tower. Nothing special about it. Unfortunately, while the other case would actually be pretty good for a sleeper build, you could take that motherboard out and just put a standard micro ATX motherboard in. This one is BTX. It's that weird reversed form factor. Now, I will admit, I have been in this PC already, and I'm gonna go ahead and should have cleaned it while I was in there. Let me move the camera. So I have already been in here, and let me grab my screwdriver and remove some of these spider webs. I haven't tested this machine yet. All I did is there was a PCI graphics card in there, which we later discovered was a Quadro NVS 55/280. I stole that graphics card and I put it in the other HP, which we found in the trash. Oh, this one's got 4 sticks of RAM in it. So, before we get too far, I do want to test and see if this works. But I did want to open it up at least, because this era is well known for failing capacitors. And I don't see any obviously bad ones, so I think we're good to at least test it. Now, I don't know how good this test is going to go. I mean, we did find it by the trash, and presumably it was there for a reason. There's no hard drive in here, or CD drive for that matter, but we do have 4 sticks of RAM, and the CPU cooler is still on, so it probably still has a CPU. There we go. Maybe we'll get lucky. No. This probably has bad RAM, I'm gonna guess. Now the question is, which sticks of RAM are the primary ones? And I think that I'm removing the secondaries now. 512 megs, 512 megs. It's kind of funny, that says DDR, but that says DDR2. Maybe that'll work. No. Well, I believe 5 beeps is memory related. Looks like we have a couple more 512 megabyte sticks. Let's put these other ones in the primary bank. I believe there's 2 different colors. There's a white pair of slots and a black pair of slots. And I believe the black pair are the primary ones. We have life. We're going to let it do its memory test. 1024. BIOS battery's dead. Okay, let's actually go ahead and try to get into the BIOS to see what kind of CPU this has. I forgot to plug it to the keyboard. Okay, let's plug this in. Try that again. Now this computer is newer than the last one. I see a Core 2 Duo sticker on the front, which is good. That is a million times better than a Pentium 4. I want the setup. Let me into the setup. English, system information. Okay, looks like a Core 2 Duo 6300. I wonder if this system will support a Core 2 Quad. Wonder how new we can go. You know something? Obviously, it at least mostly functions. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do some off-camera research to see, now that I know this thing seems to work, what the limits are, what we can do for upgrades. So I will be right back. Alright, well, I've got some rather disappointing news. This system does not support Core 2 Quads, and it only supports Core 2 Duos up to the 6000 series. I happen to know that I don't have any 6000 series Core 2 Duos. I have an E8400, but that's too new. So we're sticking with the 6300, which not super happy about that, but you know, we'll take what we can get. It looks like this system should support up to 4 gigabytes of RAM of DDR2 667, but I don't know, these HPs are mighty finicky. So I'm just going to grab a bunch out here. I mean, I'd be happy with 2 gigs. There's a couple. There's a third. That's a 2 gig stick that will not see that. A random 1 gig. That's a 555. That's right, that was 2 gigs. We're gonna keep going here, looking for blue. There we go. It's a 444. Ugh. Nope. not going that slow. Now, unfortunately, an awful lot of the stuff I have here is ECC. There we go. That's 4 matching sticks. We're going to grab some more out just in case. Half a gig. Half a gig. We're gonna get these, and we'll call it at that for now. So let's see what we can get to work. I will be setting these half gig sticks aside just because they seem to work. At least they let the system post. So make sure that I've got these correct. 666, 666. Yep. Okay. So we're going to try 2 sticks first. Now, of course, these old systems can be picky with RAM. HP did not specify the ranking that it requires. These are one rank by 8. Some of these old systems are notorious for only working with one stick of each of those in their slots. So let's see. Will it post? Yes. That's good. Put 2 more sticks in. I am suspicious on whether or not this will work. Again, it's the ranking issue. Intel was much pickier than AMD back then. But let's see. Wait a minute. Hey, okay. Let's see if we can get into the BIOS. It recognizes it. That's a very big step. Hey, first try. We're going to set these aside because one of them, or both, are probably bad. And the other ones go back in their box to be sorted. Probably never. I don't actually need a DVD drive for this because this should support proper boot from USB. I don't care enough to replace the thermal paste. It's probably fine anyway. What do I want to do? Well, I could throw looks like I could throw an SSD in there. Get that there. That there. Now this is the SSD that I used in the world's cheapest motherboard computer when I ran Windows 10 and Windows XP. I think XP is still on there. We will be running Windows 10. And in fact, this PC might work with Linux. So let's try Linux first. Then we'll try Windows 10. And we will not be doing any gaming on this unless we get 10 running, because I am not familiar enough yet with Linux gaming to know what will and will not work. So, I have a couple of graphics cards ready. This is an HD like 3670? 3650. Slow, garbage. This is my WX2100, fast, not garbage. And this is, I actually don't know what this is. I think it's like a Radeon R5 220. I also think this fan is noisy, but I don't remember. I'm going to try this one first, but there's 2 things that we need to keep in mind. The first one is this is the generation of HP that was notorious for locking away the PCI Express slot. In fact, let me unplug this for a moment. Right under the X16 slot, it says ADD2 support only. I don't know what that means, but I know it's basically it's really stupid, whatever it is. I just don't know what it means. I know that if you cut the back off of this X1 slot, you will get proper support for graphics cards, but I just don't want to do that today. So we're going to, you know what, no, we'll try the HD 3650 first. And if that works, then we will try an upgrade. If I can even get it to, there we go. Okay, the advantage of the 3650 is I only need a DVI adapter. I don't need a DisplayPort adapter. Let's get this stuff all plugged back in and see if that works. It would really, really be nice if it did. I also don't know if this card works. That could pose an issue. I think that's a no. I think that we're going to be out of luck for graphics cards, mostly based on HP's tomfoolery. The word I'd like to say, I can't say. I'm going to try this one instead. It's a lot newer. Don't think that that'll matter, but it's worth a shot. Any graphics card is better than the onboard graphics. I knew that fan was bad. Nope. That is not giving hope for the WX2100, so we're going to go back to onboard. We're going to fire up, get into the BIOS, and see if maybe there's a setting to allow... skip the memory test. We're going to see if there's a setting that'll allow us to... Oh, come on. See if there's a setting to allow us to use a graphics card. I think it'll be under PCIe option ROMs. English. Security. PCI devices. I don't think we're going to be able to do this with a graphics card because, of course, and you know that that kind of makes sense based on the PCI graphics card that was in here. Someone else tried to upgrade this and found the same issue that I did. Oh man, HP, why did you do this? You know what? I'll be right back. Now there's two little holes here on either side of the back of the PCI bracket. We're going to just carefully stab our way into those. Just like that. Pull down. Now, so there's that one cut. This one the same way. That one's been cut. Now this one's the difficult part. You want to cut into the slot without damaging the pins. I don't know if I can even get this on camera very well, but now the other side. I'm getting pretty close here. 1, 2. Okay. Get yourself some pliers. And there you go. Now let me look. The back 2 pins got kind of smushed in a little bit. Now that's okay, we can use the back of the knife to push those back out. And now in theory, let's test this. Gotta get the blank out. We can take this card and stick it right in there. Now let's see if it works. Okay. One card. Yep. You see this? You see this? HP artificially locks out the 16X slot. Why? Because they can. There was no reason to do that other than to try and convince people to purchase their upgraded workstations. God, it makes me angry every single time I run into this. But we're working on the 1X slot. I hate this. But it's okay. Front USB not connected. Huh, that's weird. Not that I really care. I'm not... Oh, did I bump something maybe? I did. Okay, that's an easy fix. I just bumped that. Okay, front USB is connected again. At this point, let's go ahead and get the BIOS battery replaced, because I'm sick of hitting F1 to continue. Come on. Get out of there. Got it. I've got a whole bunch conveniently just out of reach. Oh, come on. Oh. Where? Maybe if I go around the back. No, I don't think it's going to work either. Do I have one in this box, maybe? That is probably a no. Yep. I'll be right back. Let me grab those. Okay. BIOS battery achieved. Slap that in there. And let's, you know what, let's go ahead and, I have an idea. What if we gave it Wi-Fi? Use one of these. I've been looking for an excuse to use this. Picked it up a couple months ago. Wait. This has been used. And the antennas aren't in there. God damn it. Okay. I'm sure I'll find some antennas somewhere. In the meantime, let's go ahead and slap this in right where the video card was previously. The PCI video card, that is. I'm still mad about the 16X slot being locked away for no reason. Because, you know, screw you, I guess. Get in there. There we go. Maybe. Okay, that's more or less in. Now there is one pretty big downside about using the 1X slot, and it's not just the fact that you're only getting, well, PCIe 1X, and that's the fact that you don't get the retention mechanism at the back. So we do need to be fairly careful how we handle this system, lest the card come loose. Yeah, I don't see any bad capacitors. I think we're good to go. So, let us first attempt to install Linux. I'm not super confident about that, because HP, especially of this era, I kind of learned this in the last video, is notorious for not having great Linux support. There's some thoughts that that might be intentional. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this fired up. Now we will have to go into the BIOS and confirm our new date and time settings. Then it should stop bothering us. Yeah, that makes sense. Come on, let me into the BIOS. Oh, we've got a card reader. I didn't even realize that. English. Set time and date. I don't know what time it is. Somewhere around that. It's December, I think it's the 8th. Okay. And now we should be good to go. I believe F9 is the, boot menu. It shouldn't complain about the, oh, perfect USB device. Didn't complain about the time and date, so that's good. Bentoy. Let's go right into Pop! OS. Let's try that one. Now, one thing I'm not sure of is I don't know if the HD 3000 series has any drivers for modern Linux. So if this struggles, we might swap to that R5-220, just because, despite the bad fan, it's better supported for modern systems. I might be going too new. This might not work. We could always try Ubuntu 8. I've still got that on here. Are we oh, wait a minute. I don't remember. Is this further than we got with the other HP? I think it is. We might be working. I hope. Welcome to Pop! OS. I saw that for a second. I think we're good. Now, I've never actually installed Pop! OS, so we're going to record the whole thing. Maybe I should put a DVD drive in here just to fill up this blank. I do not have a plastic blank for this. Oh my goodness, there's a piece of not E-tape, that's painter's tape on the top. See if I can get that off, because it has some information that would have been great for me. C2 1.8, that's probably Core 2 1.8, and that's the speed of the 6300. 2 gigs of RAM is correct. 80, I take that to mean 80 gigabyte hard drive. Has boot problems. Written on pen. Well, there was no hard drive when I got this, so someone probably picked this up to try and fix. Not sure about boot problems. Let's see. English. Sure. United States. English again. Okay. Default. Still language stuff. Clean install. Yep. ATA. Erase and install. I didn't go into the storage settings. This is probably in IDE mode. It probably isn't in AHCI, but that's fine. We're just gonna HP count password compact 1 bang. Okay, oh, by the way, bang is exclamation mark. No, I don't want encryption. That'll just slow things down. Wait, encryption password is the... Oh, I guess I don't get a choice. Sure. Oh, wait, no, don't encrypt. Yeah, there we go. Encryption is the secure option, but I am pretty sure it has at least some CPU overhead. And on a modern system, it's negligible, but I mean, this computer's from like what, 2006? We're fast approaching 20 years old on this system. Anyway, at this point, I don't think there's going to be any more prompts. We're literally just extracting and installing, so I will be back once we are on the desktop. Well, without much fanfare, here we are. It just kind of worked. So yeah. I'm not expecting this to be fast, but we're giving it the best shot. I don't know if that graphics card is supported by this system. I hope so. Sure. Okay. Open and switch applications from launcher. Sure. Using gestures, I can't do those. I don't have a touchscreen. Appearance, we're in dark theme. Perfect. Wi-Fi, hey, it detects the Wi-Fi card. I don't have any I don't have any antennas on it, so we're gonna skip that. I've actually plugged in the Ethernet, so that should be good. Privacy, location services turn on, just for the purposes of this video. Time zone. Chicago, yeah, that works. Connect your online accounts, we'll skip that. All done, start using Pop! OS. Cool. System updates are available to install. Click here, sure. Checking for updates. Usually, I'm prompted with the option to install third-party drivers, but I wasn't during the installation of Pop! OS, so maybe edit software sources. Community maintained software, software with... Oh, it's already enabled. Sure. Okay, looks like we've got a few updates to go through, so we're going to go ahead and just update all, and I will be back once this is done. Actually, while we're doing this, let's fire up terminal real quick and see if LSMod will show us our graphics card. Okay, let's see here. Can I make this? I can make it bigger. Okay. This should tell us all the drivers that are installed. Okay. Looks like we should have sound drivers. That's cool. AMD GPU. Okay. Radeon. Yeah, we're good. Awesome. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and let this do its thing. Alright, I think we're gonna have to switch to that other graphics card. This one technically functions, but my god, it is slow. And yes, some of that is because we are on an X1 connection. But we can get more performance than this. Let's get that other one installed real quick. For those of you who are wondering why on earth I chose Atlas as a game to test, well, there is an actual reason for that. This HD 3650 is only capable of up to DirectX 10. Now, yes, we're not using DirectX under Linux. We're actually using Steam's Proton, which I believe translates DirectX into Vulkan. I don't remember. But in my head, DirectX 10. This has DirectX 10. I didn't even think that it was being translated, so it doesn't really matter. Either way, it's an easy to run game. It's surprisingly popular right now. Actually, perhaps not so surprising. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this one in. Is this stuck? What's going on here? There we go. And see how this one works. Now, I should also specify that I don't have to change drivers. This is the drivers for this card. Get in there. What is going on? There we go. The drivers for this card are included in the kernel, so I shouldn't have to change anything. One of the benefits of running AMD, not just because it's cheap. So, yeah. It's more powerful anyway, so let's see how that does. Whew, that is an awful lot better. And yes, I actually, this has some sort of issue where I can't get to the desktop. So, yeah, we've swapped in an RX 460. Not much to say there. Let's see how this game plays. Oh, that is already 10 times better. This might actually be able to play a couple of other games as well, not just indie games like this. Huh. At minimum settings, we're almost hitting 60 frames to the second. Huh. Oh, it's one of the games of all time, that's for sure. I could see someone playing on this. Let's go kill some stuff. I can't. Okay, let's skip ahead until I can. I'm still surprised it's running this good at X1, but hey, you know, we'll take it. Certainly one of the games of all times, like I said. Yeah, I could see someone playing on this. You've got the occasional stutter, but, you know, that is what it is. Let's see what it's like in a dungeon. I still can't believe HP did that. Ah, boy. Let's pop into the dungeon and see if it runs. If this does, we'll go ahead and call it quits and see what it's like to use this thing on the internet as a whole. Fire up YouTube, stuff like that. Oh, that's right, there's a gate. I have to do platforming. Ooh, what's that? Ah, nothing that I need. Honestly, this isn't too bad. It is indeed a game. Let's move on. Get Firefox fired up here. Straight to YouTube. A little bit slow to load, I'd say. Hey, look, it's me. I'll just fire up this last one. I'm having some issues getting the audio to play, but that's really not a huge issue. I could always throw a sound blaster in here if I had to. Oh yeah, that's fine. What are we at? Let's bump this up to 720p at least. Easy. If you had nothing else, you could definitely use a PC like this. It really could use a CPU upgrade. But hey, you know, not bad. So let me know what I should do with this. Should I go on eBay and pick up a Core 2 Duo, like a E6700 or something? Or should I just leave this as it is? Not quite sure what to do with this PC. Anyway, that's about it. Everything just kind of works this time, other than, of course, having to cut the back off that PCIe X1 slot. Either way, thank you very, very much for watching, and hopefully, next week, I will have a huge, huge announcement. Thank you very much to my Patreon subscribers for helping me through all this stuff. If you want to, I have a bunch of exclusive content on my Patreon, and you do not have to pay for it to access most of it. You'll find polls, behind the scenes, all kinds of stuff. But hey, that's it for now. 3 videos in 1 weekend. I am beat. I'm out. Oh, before I go though, since YouTube apparently likes this, if you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment down below for what I should do with this darn thing. And yeah, if you want to see me suffer, usually I suffer more. This has been actually a pretty nice PC to work on. Feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching.